Welcome to the tasting room here at Cougar Vineyard and Winery. This is our tasting area. A little bit further is our wine club area, where our wine club sits surrounded by barrels of wine. And then we have a kind of an event area where we have live music every Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5. Again, surrounded by wine barrels full of wine. And in back is our production area where we have our tanks filled with white wine and our bottling line and our crush pad. We're getting ready for harvest right now, so when we're doing things, you come into Cougar, you'll see it because you're right in the middle of the production facility. Let's talk about the name Cougar. People come in the door, that's the first thing they ask, or the first joke. The name comes from a place. It's Cougar Mountain in Bellevue, Washington.
Well, Jennifer and I, we were in Bellevue, Washington for about 5 years doing wine more as a hobby. We were trying to come back down to the San Diego area. We had some family down here, so when we came back, we found a place in Fallbrook with approximately 5 acres. We wanted to have a vineyard. Okay, so let me take you on a short tour of the winery here, our production facility. At the winery here, we have 10 acres, and next door is my dad and brother's property, and it's all planted entirely in Italian varietals. This is our barrel area where we have live music and groups. We sit them down on the weekends, so even though our bar is small, it never gets overwhelming. You get a nice experience. Some of the varietals, if you look around at our barrels, the Full Monty, we actually have that trademark. That's our estate red wine, Montepulciano. It's 100% from our varietal, so we call it the Full Monty. Well, this is everything we have. This is all our wine. We don't store it anywhere else. So when the piles start getting low, we get worried and we make more wine. So right now we're labeling our Meritage. So right here, our customers are up front. We're bottling them back. That's what we do here. It's a production facility. The Meritage that we make is picked, the blend is picked by our wine club every June, and we bottle it in July. And it's whatever, we figure out what Bordeaux varietals we have, because Meritage is only certain varietals. This one is one of our normal blends. And we've been known to do like a Cab with 30% Petit Verdot. Well, this one's more normal, meaning like Cab Merlot and Cab Franc. People ask us about Italian varietals and why we have them planted here. Basically, it's very similar to a lot of regions. The climate here and the soil is very similar to a lot of regions in Italy. So they grow really well here. It makes sense to have Italian varietals. And on this property, we have, starting from the road coming in, we have a Sangiovese, it's a Brunello clone. We have the Aglianico, Montepulciano, and Vermentino, which is up on the hillside on the top. The Sangiovese we're going to harvest is pretty soon. One thing you can tell with the ripeness of the grape when it's ready to harvest is the seed should be nice and dark, along with the sugar and the pH and acid and some other things. But this is just a quick way of coming out and saying, yeah, it's getting close.
What I love about Cougar, and one of the reasons I came here, is because I love the fact that we are allowed to just be ourselves. We all have very different personalities. We all have different levels of education and knowledge. Every time you come here, whether it's me, whether it's Mike behind the bar, you're going to get a very different tour. You're going to get a different level of information. It's always new. It's always fun. Every day that we're here, we're allowed to learn more and more. Every crush season, we have a little bit more knowledge. So you're working and you're coming in with servers that actually have a working wine knowledge, and we care about what we do. And we love our wines, and so that passion sort of translates to our guests and the love of the wine, and I think it's just a really cool experience for the guests.